part of NATO in the 1950s, and I think that was a fairly safe time, but he said that man was longing for one person who could come along and solve the world's problems. And Mr. Spock said, quote, "Be he God or devil, we will follow him."
Well, believe it or not, we're still seeing posts about people calling us astrologers. 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 Saying as a whole that we're not going to accept these things anymore. We're not going to accept false teaching, non-comforting words. This is not about itching ears wanting to hear something. This is about our ears being in tune with the actual Word of God. Really just disregard that. They say that no man knows the day or the hour. Just disregard that. They say that no man knows the day or the hour.
And it happened. My wish was granted.
The rapture dream. Woke up, couldn't go back to sleep, and go to scripture as always. Luke chapter 21, verse 25, the King James Version Bible. The rapture dream. Woke up, couldn't go back to sleep. This is my 50th. I think this is a huge thing to see. This is the 50th of the rapture dreams.
He doesn't want armchair quarterbacks. That's what I see here in the comment section. People that make comments saying that are very critical about what I'm trying to do here for Jesus. I'm not doing this for myself. I'm doing it for Jesus. I was never called for me. I was never called to walk this walk to please man.
No one knows the day or the hour. No one knows the day or the hour. No one knows the day or the hour. Tackle that. I haven't really hit that head on. I've written hundreds of comments about this, refuting that statement. It's a statement of ignorance. It's basically somebody who doesn't really study the scriptures and this refuting that statement. It's a statement of ignorance. It's basically somebody who doesn't really study the scriptures and doesn't know Hebraic custom and tradition. They just know that line. No one knows the day or the hour, so they parrot that. Like a no one knows the day or the hour. You like that? No one knows the day or the hour. You like
As usual, you were not expecting me.
Therefore, how thou hast received the word, and hold fast and repent. If therefore thou shalt not watch, I will come on thee as a thief, and thou shalt not know what hour I come upon thee. You see, we are to know the hour. We are to know those things. You know, I had one person who came to my Facebook page and said, well, no man knows the day or the hour. No man knows the day or the hour. Really? Really? Let's think about that. He says, no, not the angels of heaven, not my Father. My Father's the only one that knows. Jesus doesn't know, the angels doesn't know, no man knows, right? No man knows the day or the hour, except the Father. But wait a minute. There's a reversal that happened after Jesus went to heaven. You know what he did? He went to the Father, and this is what happened. Revelation, chapter 1, verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave unto him. So God gave the revelation to Jesus Christ, to show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass. And he sent and signified it by his angel unto John. So you say no man knows the day or the hour. Okay? I think that has been turned over. That verse of scripture is now turned over. We are to know. We are to know. Because he went to the Father, and this is what happened. Revelation, chapter 1, verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave unto him. So God gave the revelation to Jesus Christ, to show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass. And he sent and signified it by his angel unto John. So you say no man knows the day or the hour. Okay? I think that has been turned over. That verse of scripture is now turned over. We are to know.
I just want you to chew on this, that's all. You know, you don't have big minds. Just want you to chew on this. And if it makes sense to you, study the scriptures and try to take your best to rightly divide and keep everything in context. I don't do this actually, sorry, but I don't actually do this for you. I do this for me. first and foremost, I sit on so much stuff I haven't told you. I'm answering my question. I got more questions than I can answer, just that much. And so I do all this for myself. This Bible is about to fall apart. I'm sure. Mind blown? The Olivet Discourse. Who's Jesus talking to? Is he talking to the church? No. Why? Church hasn't been conceived yet. Still Olivet Discourse. Still technically Mosaic Law time, Old Testament time. The Gospels are kind of a blend because it didn't change until the cross. So he's talking to his disciples who are what? They're in their flesh, not spirit. They're Jews. So he's talking to them about Daniel's 70th week. He's talking about the time of Jacob's trouble. He's talking about that he needs to, they're the ones writing stuff down. So he's telling them, as Jews in their fleshly nature, what's going to happen to Jews. Now in Matthew 24, we got that phrase, no one knows the day and the hour. The antecedent to that, by the way, is heaven and earth passing away. But he mentions this a few times in here. He says that, I need some light. The Shamaim and the earth shall pass away, but my word shall by no means pass away. But concerning that day and hour, no one knows. Not the messengers of the Shamaim, but my Father only. And then he goes into talking about the days of Noah and Lot, how it's going to be. And then he talks about two will be in the field, one's taken, one is left. And he mentions that there. Watch therefore, for you do not know what hour your master is coming. And then he talks about the parable of the 10 bridesmaids or virgins. Watch therefore, because you don't know what day of the hour that the Son of Adam is coming. So he's basically saying this stuff is sealed up. Only the Father knows. Now, if we go to the Mark account, Mark 13:32, it's even better in this one. Because it says, concerning that day and hour, no one knows. Not the messengers of the Shamaim, that's the angels, nor the Son, but only the Father. He says that, I need some light. Yeah, we got that phrase, no one knows the day and the hour. The antecedent to that, but I need some light. Need some light. The Shamaim and the earth shall pass away, but my word shall by no means pass away. But concerning that day and hour, no one knows. Not the messengers of the Shamaim, but my Father only. And then he goes into talking about the days of Noah and Lot, how it's going to be. And then he talks about two will be in the field, one is taken, one is left. And he mentioned that there. Watch therefore, for you do not know what hour your master is coming. And then he talks about the parable of the 10 bridesmaids or virgins. Not the messengers of the Shamaim, but my Father only. And then he goes into talking about the days of Noah and Lot, how it's going to be. And then he talks about two will be in the field, one is taken, one is left. And he mentions that there. Watch therefore, for you do not know what hour your master is coming. And then he talks about the parable of the 10 bridesmaids or virgins. Mentions that there. Watch therefore, for you do not know what hour your master is coming. And then he talks about the parable of the 10 bridesmaids or virgins. Bridesmaids or virgins. Watch therefore, because you don't know what the hour that the Son of Adam is coming. So he's basically saying this stuff is sealed up. Only the Father knows. Now, if we go to the Mark account, Son, but only the Father. So he's saying that only the Father has the information of the end times, still sealed up. That Daniel, it wasn't revealed until the book of Revelation. He's saying only the Father has this information, but I'm going to tell you right now that this is not true. Not anymore. So he's saying that only the Father has the information of the end times, still sealed up. That Daniel, it wasn't revealed until the book of Revelation. He's saying only the Father has this information, but I'm going to tell you right now that this is not true. No, therefore, because you don't know what the hour that the Son of Adam is coming. So he's basically saying this stuff is sealed up. Only the Father knows. Now, if we go to the Mark account, Mark 13:32, it's even better in this one. Because it says, concerning that day and hour, no one knows, not the messengers of the Shamaim, that's the angels, nor the Son, but only the Father. So he's saying that only the Father has the information of the end times, still sealed up. That Daniel, it wasn't revealed until the book of Revelation. He's saying only the Father has this information, but I'm going to tell you right now that this is not true. Not anymore. Because it's been reversed. Where was it reversed? Remember, only the Father has the information. The Son doesn't have the information yet. He hasn't fulfilled his mission yet to go up there and get all this information. Not anymore. Because it's been reversed. Where was it reversed? Remember, only the Father has the information. The Son doesn't have the information yet. He hasn't fulfilled his mission yet to go up there and Only the Father has the information. The Son doesn't have the information yet. He hasn't fulfilled his mission yet to go up there and get all this information. The Father has the information. The Son doesn't have the information yet. He hasn't fulfilled his mission yet to go up there and get all this information. It's hierarchical. The Father has the information, not the angels, not the Son, not the angels, and certainly not man. But read the first sentence in the book of Revealing. Sending his messenger to his servant, John. The Father gives the information to the Son. The Son gives the information to an angel, John's tour guide, and he gives it to John. So no one knows the day and the hour. It's not true anymore. It's been reversed. No one knows the day and the hour. It's not true anymore. It's been reversed. Tour guide, and he gives it to John. So no one knows the day and the hour. It's not true anymore. It's been reversed. Hebrews 10:9 says he takes away the first to establish the second. Another place we can see this is in the Old Testament. The Father told Moses, Hebrews 10:9 says he takes away the first to establish the second. Another place we can see this is in the Old Testament. The Father told Moses that they had to slaughter animals. That blood was required for the atonement of sins. Is that true anymore? Father told Moses, Testament. The Father told Moses, we're reading here in those scriptures, a stopped clock. That John knew the day, didn't he?
Yes.
He knew the year, didn't he?
Yes.
He knew the month. So who knew the hour? Well, he doesn't say here that he knew the hour. Maybe we'll see if there's two witnesses. Usually that's kind of how things are established, right? What did Paul say? In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, for the trumpet will sound, and the dead shall be raised imperishable, and we shall be changed. Did you know that the phrase twinkling of an eye is a Jewish idiom? For the last trump, the Feast of Trumpets. Seems like John's telling us he knew the hour. He knew the day. He said the last trump, the Feast of Trumpets. When the sun sets on the Feast of Trumpets of some year, go to John. But we got two witnesses. They're both saying the same thing, because the sign John saw happens to be at the time of the Feast of Trumpets. The other witness, Paul, is saying it happens at the last trump, Feast of Trumpets. Two witnesses saying the same thing. One saw the year, the month, the day. The other one saw the hour.
I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse.
As usual, you were not expecting me.
I can't tell people that the church wasn't born at Pentecost. Eventually, I sat in that long enough and I got confident. I'm like, I could totally show all the scriptures. This is just logical. Eventually, I got bold with it. But at first, God's saying, you got to tell people. God's saying, you got to tell people this. You got to tell people this. God's saying, you got to tell people this. You got to tell people this. I can't tell people they're not born again yet. You're going to stone me. I can't tell people that the church wasn't born at Pentecost. Eventually, I sat in that long enough and I got confident. I'm like, I could totally show all the scriptures. This is just logical. Eventually, I got bold with it. But at first, God's saying, you got to tell people this. You got to tell people this. I'm like, no. I'm like Jonah. I'm like, I don't do that. Keeping guarded up. I'm like, I can't tell people they're not born again yet. You're going to stone me. I can't tell people that the church wasn't born at Pentecost. Eventually, I sat in that long enough and I got confident. I'm like, I could totally show all the scriptures. This is just logical. I could totally show all the scriptures. This is just logical. Eventually, I got bold with it, but at first, required for the atonement of sins. Is that true anymore? When was that done away with? At the cross. So he can establish the first, or take away the first to establish the second. It's better. So in the Olivet Discourse, even though Jesus didn't know it at the time, the day and the hour when he would come. Is that true anymore? When was that done away with? At the cross. So he can establish the first, or take away the first to establish the second. It's better. So in the Olivet Discourse, even though Jesus didn't know it at the time, so in the Olivet Discourse, even though Jesus didn't know it at the time, the day and the hour when he would come back and all that, it was reversed in the first sentence where it needed to be. That's the only way the book of Revelation could have been written.
That in Messiah's day, when a man became betrothed to a woman, he would leave her after telling her that he is going away to prepare a place for them to live. She may not see him again for up to 2 years while he built a home for them on his father's land. Because it was his father's land that he was building on, the father was respected, and the son's work would have to be approved by the father before the son could finally go get his bride-to-be. During the time of the building of the home, if and when a friend or family member would ask the groom when he is going to get his bride, it was a customary response by the groom to reply, "Of that day and hour no one knows, not even the angels of heaven, but my Father only." Please watch the Perry Stone video on my channel about the Jewish wedding to understand this fully.
Of that day and hour no one knows, not even the angels of heaven, but my Father only. Please watch the Perry Stone video on my channel about Jewish wedding, the Jewish wedding, to understand this.
Out of the cabin and touched me on the head. And I thought it was an angel of the Lord. But actually, the spirit man of Al Collins had touched me, you know what I mean, and spoke to me about what God wanted me to know, and that the Lord wanted me to know this and that and the other. And of course I was so overcome by the Spirit that it probably took me an hour after this experience for it to just kind of wear off. You know, Perry, supernatural experiences with God usually stay with people forever.
Light that looked like the size of a silver dollar.
Oh, yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And Al stepped out of that and pointed his finger at you, right?
It was moving, Perry. It was so far in the universe I couldn't estimate how far it was. And it was moving with the speed of just like a lightning bolt. It was coming toward me so fast. But when it got from the size of my fist to the size of a person, but it was a ball of fire. A ball of light would be better, light and fire. And when it got so far from me, it just stopped moving, and the light just vanished, and there stood Al Collins.
And this is the friend that had passed away.
Yeah,
You're out in the universe somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, way out on the edge of eternity.
And when he spoke his communication, when he put his right hand out toward me, God let him speak to me.
And he said what?
Let him speak. That's when he said, and he didn't waste any time, Barry.
Yeah, yeah.
See, I wanted to ask him questions, what it was like, Al, what was it like to die? What was this and that? That's what was on my mind.
Right, right.
Because we were just good friends.
Right.
But I wasn't permitted to do that. He looked at me and he put his hand out, and he said, Fred,
praise God.
God has sent me. God has sent me to tell you. Excuse me, Barry.
It's all right.
God has sent me to tell you that you're called to preach. That He's called you to preach.
Jesus.
And you must preach.
As usual, you were not expecting me. I'm sure you can recognize who I am, but if you don't, let me introduce myself.